This is episode 4 of my Affixing Tutorial Series for PSO2, and in this episode we're going to be talking about Special Ability Factors, also known as SAFs. If you don't know what a Special Ability Factor is, we're in game right now and I'm going to show you an example of one. So we're going to go into my inventory and we're going to click on a weapon. I'm going to choose this one right here, and in the middle here you'll see Confirm Augment Factor. Click on that and you'll get this description at the top that basically tells you what a Special Ability Factor is. So when this weapon's enhancement level is raised to plus 35, the following augment factors will be unlocked and selectable when affixing augments. And down below it says we have Doombreak 3 as our augment factor. And it also says that the success chance is 100%. So basically what a Special Ability Factor is most weapons in the game, when you level them up to plus 35, have a hidden ability that you can affix during the affixing process at 100%. And this ability will show up if you use the weapon as fodder or as the base weapon itself. So let's actually see an example of this real quick. Let's go to Affix Augment and we're going to click on this bow down here, and we're going to select the weapon I was just looking at because it's already at plus 35. Click yes and click confirm, and at the very top you'll see Doombreak 3 at 100% chance, and you'll see the little symbol to the left of it. That means that this is a Special Ability Factor on one of the weapons that we're using. So if we wanted to, we could affix Doombreak 3 and Precision 1 onto this bow. Obviously I'm not going to do that because I don't want to waste this weapon. Now this time for the base weapon, I'm going to select the actual orb weapon that has the Special Ability Factor. And we're just going to select this random weapon as fodder. I'm going to click confirm, and you'll see we still have the option of Doombreak 3. So if we wanted to, we could just keep affixing things onto this weapon and we'll always have Doombreak 3 available to us. Now one thing I do want to show you though is that if we were to try and upslot this, it will decrease the chances of our Special Ability Factor. So just because a Special Ability Factor is at 100%, it does not get special treatment when it comes to upslotting. It will still be affected by it. Now I'm in Affix Assistant again, and I'm going to start a new goal. We're going to use Doombreak 3, just like I was showing a second ago. And I'm also going to choose Modulator because I know that's also a Special Ability Factor. Same with Might 6. And we could go further, but I'm just going to leave it at this so we don't overcomplicate it. We're not going to fix by upslotting, but the main reason I'm showing you this right now is that I want to point out one of the strengths of using Special Ability Factors. Now normally if we wanted to make Doombreak 3, we would need 5 Doombreak 2s, and if we wanted Modulator, we would need 3 weapons with Modulator on it, and if we wanted Might 6, we would need 3 Might 5s. So we're going to click confirm. So this is the first problem you're going to have with trying to make an affix like this, is you're most likely not going to find weapons that just have these combinations of affixes. So most of these fodders that you see, you're going to have to make yourself most likely. Now, I'm not even going to try to organize this in any kind of specific way. We're just going to click confirm, and I'm going to show you an example. So the main fodder right here wouldn't be too bad, right? Because it's just one ability that we're trying to get on it. So we would probably just do the 3 Might 4s and call it a day. However, you're also going to see our next problem here, where our success chance is not even going to be 100%. So we have a chance of failing making the fodder pieces as well as a chance of failing the final affix. So let's actually go back over here, and I mentioned that we're going to have to make all of these. Now the main fodder is the easy one. However, if we wanted to make Might 5 with Doombreak 2, you'll see that we're going to need 5 Doombreak 1s as well as 3 Might 4s. Click affix, and you'll see we're going to have the same problem because we have more abilities than we do fodder. So we're going to have to do another step just to make this fodder 3 and this fodder 4. I'm just going to click cancel now because we're not going to do this. I just want you to know that we're going to have this problem for all of these fodders, and we're just going to have nested recipes over here for all of our fodder. That's just going to make our entire recipe really complicated and hard to make. So my point I wanted to get across here is that Special Ability Factors are both going to raise our success chance to 100% for these abilities, but they're also going to help us keep our entire recipe clean and much easier to create in the first place. So if we actually go to reaffix this, we are going to change all of these to Special Ability Factors, click confirm, and you'll see here, we don't even really have to do anything. All we really need to do is move the Special Ability Factor off of our main weapon. If your main weapon has a Special Ability Factor that you want, then of course you would want to leave it on your main fodder here. Now since I said that, I actually will move Doombreak 3 over here since that was the example I was showing in game. Click confirm, and now you'll see that we have a 100% success chance of affixing these 3 abilities that I just showed you, and all we need to do is get these 3 weapons up to plus 35. We don't have to do any crazy affixing onto any of these weapons. It's just level them up to 35 and you're done. So what's really interesting about our recipe right now is that all we currently need is 3 weapons, and we don't care what abilities are on them. So since we don't care what abilities are on these, we could actually modify our recipe by putting abilities onto these weapons to add more abilities to our main weapon. So let's actually add another ability to this. For this one, I'm actually going to add a EX Alice Soul. EX Alice Soul is actually one of my favorite abilities, so I think it'll be fun to use it in this example. We're going to click Affix, and we're still going to use Special Ability Factor for these, but for the EX Alice Soul, we don't actually have that as a choice. So we're just going to fix it the normal way. Now, normally, if you wanted to get this to 100%, you would do 3 EX Alice Souls. However, I'm currently in a 10% boost week, so if I wanted, I could do the 50% with 2 EX Alice Souls, which would then bring me to 60%, and then I would just use a 40% boost. So I'm going to click Confirm, and I'm going to leave the Special Ability Factors where they are, and now you'll see that if we wanted, we could literally just affix this by having 2 random weapons that have EX Alice Soul on them. And we still haven't even bothered putting any abilities onto the Special Ability Factors weapons. So if we wanted, we could just keep extending this. Now, for the most part, that's all I wanted to talk about when it comes to how to use Special Ability Factors and what their benefits are, but there's still some important things that I do want to talk about this. So let's say I actually wanted to fix Doombreak 3, Modulator, and Might 6 onto a unit. Well, this is actually going to be a problem because there actually aren't that many units in the game that have Special Ability Factors. In fact, Special Ability Factors are only available on units that are at least 13-star rarity. And up until recently, we didn't even have 13-star rarity units. So we don't really have that many choices when it comes to Special Ability Factors for units. Now, when I first started learning about Special Ability Factors, I actually looked on the ARC's Visiphone website for both the North American release of the game and the JP release of the game. In here, you can go to Equipment and Special Abilities. I'm going to go to this page on both the JP and North American release of the game. Once you're on this page, you'll see that there's a list of Special Ability Factors for weapons, as well as a list of Special Ability Factors for units. Same goes with the North American one over here. Now, the main reason why I look at both the North American version and the JP version of the game is because the North American version of the game isn't always up to date. Sometimes there's actually more weapons that have the Special Ability Factor than the North American wiki says. So it's always good to double check the JP version just in case. Well, let's say we were looking at units, since that's what I brought up last. You click over here and you'll be able to find all the Special Ability Factors as well as which unit has it. So right here you'll see we actually do have the option of getting Might 6, which is one of the things I had in my recipe. And if we scroll down, you'll see that we have the option of Doombreak 2, but not Doombreak 3. Now keep in mind when you're working with units that 13-star units are actually extremely rare, so you shouldn't rely too much on Special Ability Factors for units unless you already have one of these units ready for you, or you know you can get it easily. Now, one example of one you can get easily is actually the Might 5 unit. You'll see that this is the novel back unit. And if we look down, you'll actually see that we have the novel arms will give us the ranged version, and the novel legs will give us the casting version. Now, the reason why I say that the novel units are easy to get is because you can actually get them from the Rising Weapon Badge 5 shop. If we scroll down past the weapons, they're right here. So if you ever wanted to get Might 5, Precision 5, or Casting 5, you can just get the units from this shop. For most of the other units though, you'll probably have to rely on getting them as drops. So this is always something you want to keep in mind when you're making these recipes, is just to make sure that the Special Ability Factors you want are available on the units that you're trying to make, and they're available on the weapons that you're trying to make. But anyway, that's about all I wanted to talk about when it comes to Special Ability Factors. If you found this video helpful, and if you want to support my channel, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.